garden delights just about every human sense. The whirling of hummingbirds among the hibiscus plants, the feel of rich, soft dirt between your fingers, the vivid colors of ripening fruit, the taste of a freshly picked tomato, or the popping open a string of freshly picked peas. And yet, true garden lovers know that the benefits of gardening aren't just physical. From season to season, gardens teach valuable life lessons to the admirer, but more so, speaks volumes about the gardener. Our Father has many appetites, two in particular, wood and soil. For decades he has mastered the art of shaping wood, and for the soil, well, conquering its qualities has been a lifelong pursuit. For over 90 years, his quest to harness the virtues of dirt play out every year in his backyard sanctuary. Quiet and humble, unassuming in his demeanor, his garden speaks persuasively about his many merits and aptitudes. Dad's gardening experience started long before it was a backyard pastime. As a farm boy throughout the Depression, it was literally essential to work from the sweat of his brow to eat his bread. Manipulating the soil through a stringent work ethic became one of the first of many enduring lessons gardening would teach him. The foundation of any garden is the soil. It's all about creating the right conditions for plants to thrive, the right amount of light, nutrients, water, and warmth, not too little and not too much of one element. Dad, too, has taught us about life, how we likewise need a strong foundation to grow and to prosper, that our general well-being needs to be well-grounded, supported, and rich with the good stuff, like family, God, spirituality, time-honored values, and hard work. Many individuals don't get that growing up, but we did. He showed us that our ability to grow is dependent on how we prepare and mix these foundations that allow us to thrive and to mature, just like his plants. To be a gardener is to have faith and optimism, to have a sure knowledge that the dirt you are taming and nurturing will soon spring forth seedlings, plants, and fruit, that the miracle of life will soon sprout with an array of colors and a mixture of textures. But faith goes beyond the garden according to my Father. It's a key ingredient to conquering all of our obstacles. Faith will replace the despair, give hope to the weary, and bring joy and beauty into our lives. Just exercise a particle of faith, he says, and watch it grow, just like his plants. Have you ever noticed how plants always bend toward the light? How they're able to tell which direction the light is coming from? Many of Dad's plants literally turn their petals and their leaves towards the sun to gather the maximum amount of energy to convert it into nourishment. And just as healthy plants seek nourishment from the sun, our Father too has pursued a life of spiritual nourishment and has taught his household to do as well. There is only one source of light, the Son of God, and he desires us to lead fruitful lives that are continually transformed and have evidence of growth. Plucking weeds from his garden isn't just an aesthetic practice Dad does to keep it clean and orderly. It's essential in protecting the plant's health. Those awful weeds can literally suck out the life of those tender plants. He accepts the fact that thorns and thistles come instinctively into his garden as well as into our lives. But they don't have to stay there, he counsels. Weed out the influences, the practices, the activities, the bad habits that choke our growth and take over. Just like his garden, pluck out the weeds in our lives that strangle our choices and choke out all the simple pleasures, and prepare to receive all what life has to offer. I've thought about why Dad enjoys working so hard in his garden, especially at such an elderly age. If time has shown us one thing, it is because he loves to share, to serve, to comfort, and to rescue. He is compelled by his generous heart and his good nature. He can't help it. He sees opportunities and is bound to act. He understands that you must sow if you want to reap. It's his way of expressing love and keeps him in harmony with his long-standing values. If you time it right and stroll into the backyard on a warm summer's day, you might just catch this gardener sitting in his shaded swing overlooking his vegetable garden. With a cold drink, he'll be relaxing, admiring his beautiful flowers, the tomatoes ripening on the vine, maybe the grandkids in the pea patch. Sure, the plants may not smell as good as the roses, but they should be admired for their stunning exhibition. Even the purple eggplant can be impressive as it shimmers in the summer sun. But just like seasons in the garden, Dad knows that life is short, fraught with the unexpected, filled with adversity, and never seems to go as we planned. But he will be quick to remind you that it is also magnificent in its beauty, as we experience love and laughter, adventures and small joys that fill us with lasting happiness. The happiest moments in life are seldom planned. Instead, it's their spontaneity that fills us with delight. Making plans are good, but when we hit the dirt, it is invaluable to keep an open mind to all life has to offer. The surprising twists and turns of life proposes great gifts, and for me, watching our Father live his life in full harmony of his surroundings is once again proof that God is present in all things.